Hello, everybody. This is Narada Rishi Raja at Sacred Vibes Holistic Center, and the main yogi in charge of the Babaji Bhakti Ashram. And a lot of people might not know because, well, it's a new center, and a lot of people have seen my face on social media, but not a lot of people have been to my classes, right? So a lot of people might be wondering, like, is that yoga for me? This guy talks about a lot of high-level spirituality stuff that, I don't even know about sometimes. Is that yoga for me? So, question is who is yoga for? Everybody. Yoga is for each and every person. The difference is whether or not you know you're playing the game or not, and whether or not you know the rules to yoga. Yoga means to yoke, means to join. Union with what? God, source, consciousness. That's what yoga means. Everybody, whether you know it or not, whether you're on a spiritual journey or what you would call far from it, you're on this journey to come back to God, source, consciousness, to come to yoga, right? So some people, they might be like, well, do you do beginner's yoga? There is no beginner's yoga. There's no advanced yoga. There's just yoga. And then not yoga. What's not yoga? Well, not yoga might be something that says yoga, but only teaches fitness, right? Well, that wouldn't be yoga. That would be fitness. Now, in the grand scheme of things, that everything eventually leads, yes, you could say it brings you back to union with God, source, consciousness. But if that's not the intent, and that's not what comes across in each and every class, then it's not quite that. So what's the difference? What makes my yoga a little bit different than some? I teach traditional classical yoga. I'm teaching yoga to teach you how to find rest, how to find peace, how to balance the nervous system, and full peace and bliss at its deepest level lies in union with God, source, consciousness, however you define that. So ultimately, that's the end game. That's the end thing that's taught. But in the meantime, you're learning how to balance the nervous system. You're learning how to release traumas, if you call them that, bad experiences we hang on to. Release those things from our fascia tissue, from the nervous system itself, physically, energetically, in all kinds of ways. That's what yoga is. That's what I teach. I teach how to use your body. I teach the science of how to drive your vehicle on your spiritual journey. That's what I teach. Now, it does take more than a teacher training to learn how to teach this. So not too many people have experienced this. So when they hear me talk these ideas, they think, well, maybe he's doing some advanced crazy stuff. But the more you explore a lot of these deep mindfulness techniques, you'll find out that the highest levels are actually the most simple techniques, but with the philosophy understood properly. For instance, breath work. If you're taking anybody else's breath work out there, they'll give you tips, tricks, and techniques. And I'm trained in, I think, 5 different breathwork instructor programs, not to mention all my yoga and pranayama, right? But they will teach you tips and tricks and techniques. I will teach you a way that you don't have to think about a tip, trick, or technique. I'll teach you those as well, right? But there's this added element that unless one has deeply committed their life to it, they're not able to fully understand it to tell you all the whys that you do what you do, right? We're in this asana. Why are we in this asana? Why am I moving my arm like this? Why am I stretching my spine like this? These different things. This is what Babaji Bhakti Ashram has. That's why it's called Babaji Bhakti Ashram and not yoga school, yoga studio, yoga class. Oh, it's in Babaji Bhakti Ashram. And we teach the art of exploring yourself. That way you are able to understand the microcosm so you can understand the macrocosm. And through that understanding, which is experiential, it's not just talk. Through that understanding, experiential, and you living this, what happens is it then changes and alters the course. It makes it so you are now in control, which is exactly what you weren't when your nervous system was in charge of everything. When the previous patterns of experiences you had come at you were in charge of how you reacted to everything, right? This is yoga. It's not a little thing, and it's not some workout class. No. And it's not some spiritual bypass. It's the science of learning how to manage the chemical storehouse inside your body. That way you're able to elevate the energetic and more subtle understandings to gain deeper and deeper levels of consciousness. It's the highest height. So yoga is ready for everyone. Yoga is for everyone. You're doing it right now. But to actively become a participant, you just have to decide, do I actually want to stop the drama in my life? Do I actually want to stop the chaos in my life? And not just from others, from myself as well. If the answer is yes to that, then my yoga is for you. My yoga. No, it's not mine. I say that because that's well, is your yoga? No, it's not. It's yoga. Yoga is for you. You have to decide if you're ready for yoga, if you're ready for rest, if you're ready for that nervous system to be balanced. Because nervous system balanced means some of the highs and lows that you experience, you won't experience anymore. So it's all on whether or not you're ready for yoga, but yoga is ready for you. And if you're willing and you have ears to hear, you don't have to understand. I don't even ask anybody to believe anything that I say. Come to class, try out the techniques. Just hear, but you don't have to absorb. Just hear what's said and go through the process. Give it a chance and see if it can transform your life like it did mine. I no longer have depression. I no longer have anxiety. And I used to have those very, very deep. And guess what? Anxiety? I don't even worry deeply. Yeah, I might go, oh, wonder what's going to happen there. And then I go, and I'm able to let it go, just like an animal shaking it off in the forest, right? This is what I want to teach. I used to have fibromyalgia and pain throughout my entire body. Now I don't. Come the 5th, I'm going to be teaching 17 hours of yoga on top of my services in the retail center. Every single week. Could somebody riddled with fibromyalgia do that? No. Because I learned how to fix it. For me. And I am here to teach you the same. Teach you everything that I know in the path, and each and every day I'm fully dedicated to learning more and more and more. I don't know all of the answers. I'm not perfect. That's why I work every single day at it. We all have to. But yoga is for us all. We're doing it. It's just whether or not you want to feel more at peace in the process. All right, everybody. I hope this answers your question. If you've ever wondered, can I take his yoga? Can I do that yoga? All yoga is for you. You just have to decide if you're ready to commit to a yogic lifestyle. All right. Thank you so much. I love each and every one of you. I hope to see everybody at one of my classes at some time. Thank you so much for even just taking the time to watch this video. I appreciate each and every one of you. All those that love me, all those that challenge, same. Thank you. Thank you so much. Have a great day on purpose and stay mindful. Namaskar.